Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas, Old World Blues. I'm the Mysterious JG, and it's time to go into the big empty west tunnel to try to locate... Oh, Black Ranger combat power armor. Wow, I don't remember having come across that in the game at all. Might be time to switch. Of course you're going to be hostile. Boy, it's just not working out at all. Yeah, well, got him eventually. Caused him to blow up impressively. There's a vague notion there might be mines around here. Empty bottles. Oddly enough, that is something I'm really in the market for. And part of me wants to think that the reason there's a bunch of empty bottles in this place is because this is where you get the upgrade that makes them useful. I don't know if empty whiskey bottles would work the same way. But they don't weigh that much, so... I somehow seem to have completely bypassed the corpse of that enemy. So big valley for a big mountain. And don't call it the big empty, they don't like that. Where's your corpse, buddy? There it is. Okay, so we're kind of short on space for loot. I frenzied him, but then I killed him, so it didn't really make much difference. That just seemed unfair. I mean, the poor guy was like staring at the wrong wall as I entered the room. There's a sense of if you can't kill this guy with a sneak attack, you don't deserve success in life. Sneak attack criticals are so important. Yeah, I even got an Emmanuel shot. I was about to say this gun's pretty impressive, but these are Protectrons. I'm not having this kind of luck against any other mechanical enemy with this thing. Well, it looks like that might be the tape right there. Oh, this is a layer mod auxiliary recharger chip. Ah. So we're not there yet. I just got a bunch of new quest markers. This place doesn't have the one that I was really hoping to find. Kicks just keep getting harder to find. Here is a locked door, which is hard, which means basically loot room. This will be, but almost be willing to bet good money this will be a small room that is not connected to any other doors, in which we'll find a bunch of like scrap electronics and stuff. Oh. I beg your pardon. It already is not looking that way based on the fact that there's some stairs. Well, shut my mouth. There's a coffee mug, desperately important. So at any old time I could decide this place is no longer worth exploring because I already did the quest thing. I've got enough of those. I'm not picking up another one. I'm really hoping there would be purified water in there. Hell, maybe it is a loot room. It's just a really oddly shaped one. I mean, if there's no way out of this tunnel and it's just like a section of tunnel you can get to, I guess. Okay, never mind. It was basically a loot room. It was just kind of not the traditional loot room in this game, which is like a utility closet, which is locked. That's actually quite a useful little locker. I'm glad I found that. Alright. Oh, that's right. I already looked in you. Jump. For crying out loud. What else? Mentats, fission batteries, and leather belts. Nah. Am I overconfident because I beat that one lock on the first try, or do I just not care about bobby pins because I've got 185 of them and one DLC left to do after this? I need to consider the possibility that the correct... No, it has to be over here somewhere. This is really kind of getting old now. And at least it's all stuff that I actually want. Right away. Carton of cigarettes and a non-coffee mug cup. It's so strange that coffee, like, if it's marked as a coffee cup, dude cares about it. If it's just a cup, he doesn't give a shit. Okay, I'm going to probably reaching the point now where I'm going to stop carrying around scrap metal, but not this time. I did not have the will to leave it behind. Oh. Sorry, Mr. Custodian, I didn't notice you.
Please leave me there.
That was pretty rude of me. I just wandered right up to the unique boss character and didn't even bother to like notice him before I was right in his face. Primer and powder pack, that's nice. Salient green and scrap metal. Decent loots from him. I've already been in this room. I think I may have already been in this room and just from another direction. Yeah, that's... because this is the other... door over... anything over here? Not really. There's a vending machine. If it's got a lot in it, then I'll be overburdened. Yep. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. There's lockers over here. I didn't notice. I'm leaving that scrap metal behind, though. I love that dirty water. Okay. And this leaves me with, like, exactly enough to get out of here. That put me over the top. So I need to consume something. Thirst is actually my biggest issue right now, but I don't really feel like getting rid of any of that since I'm going back to base. Let's, was there any junk I picked up that I really shouldn't have? Dean Domino's blackmail tape is not creating an issue with weight. You know, these empty whiskey bottles, I'm not sure. So I'll take one with me just to find out for future reference if you can fill them with water. But I think, for some reason, game logic, it has to be soda bottles. Pre-war money, it's worth picking up. It's nice to have something that you can sell without having to think about it. Ah, put me back over. Howitzer firing mechanism actually has some weight. I will drop 1 scrap metal. And end my turn. Oh, apparently that wasn't enough. I will place 2 scrap metals face down in the graveyard. Oh no, there's a whole other area. Oh no, I say. Ah, damn it. I was pretty close there. Just the experience of opening this now. So now here's more of the traditional loot room that I figured we'd be getting into. Empty bottle, oddly enough, is now a priority. Recipes unarmed skill book. So now I could... Oh, there's a trash can I have to search too. Now it's empty. Drop more scrap metal. I'm gonna stop picking up scrap metal. Because all I'm using it for is lead, and I can go back to collecting scrap metal again if lead becomes my limiting factor, but it's lack of shells which has become the limiting factor, and just like producing whatever ammo I feel like. Now I want to come down here eventually and here just to find them, but it looks like the remaining locations, there's something in the... Okay, these are little places that I found and never went into. So the game is kind of gradually... You know, there's other little spots that... But the game is kind of gradually forcing you, if you do all the side quests, you pretty much get guided to every location, which makes sense. I mean, they put work into making all the locations in this DLC. They probably kind of want people to see them. Great cut! Van Graffs, we sell weapons. Fully charged with no extra charge. And I believe the quest where I fought those guys, or took those guys out, did I even take them out? I forget how that quest resolved, except that by doing that before getting it as a quest from Rose of Sharon, Cassidy, that is what screwed up, and now I'll never be able to get Rose of Sharon Cassidy as a companion. I believe that was where I messed it up. So we'll put a few things in the safe here. Don't need 2 of these. Don't need any of those to be carried around with me. Metal armor is a pretty big, hefty piece of gear. I think I will keep 1 Yangtze jumpsuit around for repair purposes. Cartons of cigarettes I'm going to sell. Coffee mug I'm going to give to that little weird guy. Matter of fact, let me do that first, because that will cause him to give me stuff, which I will then stash again. Please. Just the 1. And you get... I guess you can bring him dishes, too. 2 Wonder Glues and 3 empty syringes. Empty syringes are useful if you're making, like, chems, and Wonder Glue is useful in a couple of recipes. I mean, that's a really good return for a small piece of junk that you would otherwise never bother to carry around, like coffee cups, but still, it's hard to get that worked up about it. So I'm just staring at the weight column, looking for things that actually have weight. Except for the stuff that I will then sell, like the cigarette-related stuff. Missiles actually have a decent amount of weight. I won't keep carrying around flamer fuel because I'm not carrying around the weapon that uses it. Otherwise, I'm not that worried about the weight of any of these ammos. They're just not a whole lot. So there you go. I think I'm fine. I don't have a ton of carrying capacity.
Might I be of service?
Like to move some things. Okay, quick, go move some things. Alright, so now he's selling another upgrade for that weapon. Auxiliary recharger chip. I can buy that. Which once again, I'll have like no freaking money. I've got some money. And I'm selling a case of cigarettes. I'm selling a pack of cigarettes. And I had some pre-war money. So just a little bit of alleviation of that cost, but not too much. Now I can go mod up that gun. And it was Elijah's... am I already carrying it with me? Yes, I am. Okay. That's why nothing is happening there. Now when I mod up his advanced lazier, recharges some ammo over time. Oh, that's interesting. So now his laser actually recharges ammo somehow. It's kind of neat. I might have to try to use that for a while.
Well, hello there.
Okay, I thought I would check and see if maybe I can check my notes. Which things have I actually picked up? Mostly I seem to be picking up stuff for that damn gun. Find upgrade to the auto dock. Unarmed skill book. Mulching. Barter skill book. Huh. So I can make unarmed skill book. That's probably my lowest thing. Is it a skill book that it's going to make for me, or is it going to make recipes for books? Mostly these are skills that I'd already maxed, but yeah, basically they give me the ability to max out your stats.
Additional services?
Okay, now I can get a haircut. It didn't really create new secondary materials mulching functionality. Pencils and clipboards are processed into lead, spare parts, and duct tape.
Greetings, citizen.
I don't know if you used that thing to make a... Oh, shut up. I don't know if this thing allows you to,
You require some additional...
I don't know if that thing, that directly the book chute makes books for you, or if it, you just have a recipe for it now and you can make blank books. Either way, I took a perk to be able to make these magazines. I mean, once you start getting up into the high 40s, your perk selections, you know, you can't build a character so wrong that you're completely wussy, wimpy at, you know, level 40 frickin' 5 or whatever I'm at. But I do looking at some of these, like, yeah, some of the damage threshold boosts and stuff that I kind of ignored because they were dull. Maybe they would have been the smartest path. So we'll go to the Y-17 medical facility first. I think the good news is it looks like we don't have to discover any of these new quest locations. It's just fast travel to the location, go in, dig around, find the quest item, get out. But yeah, somebody was mentioning, I think it was StoneCon was saying that there's a lot of fetch questing going on here. I can finance clipboards. I can turn into duct tape or whatever. I don't care. I wonder what I'm about to face in here. Might affect what weapons I'm using. Though right now I'm using Father Elijah's weapon. Mr. Orderlies, they weren't too bad. These like flamethrowers on you. So it's kind of best to kill them from a distance if you can, but they're not... trying to figure out what direction it wants for to let me target the body armor. They're coming from different directions. That was a complete miss. The one that I already shot is taking its time finding me. I better go up there and get it. I wonder why Elijah left this behind. It seems like a pretty cool weapon. Oops, that wasn't the thing to do. I feel like I already cleared this place. Are you like running? He is not running. Guys leave pretty good. Again, I'm not picking up scrap metals anymore. Guys, a pretty good experience. So apparently this thing slowly regenerates ammo. Right now I'm at 201. Let me know, folks, if you ever see it popping up and I'm not noticing it myself. Although now I'll probably be looking for it because I'm thinking about it. It's like, that's a really cool sounding concept that it slowly recharges. I sure hope it does something useful because I paid like 3,000 caps for it, and that's with a barter skill of 100. Yeah, I'm almost positive I already cleared this place out. Or someplace that's just really similar looking. Sierra Madre test case. Well, I don't think I read that. Whatever Sinclair knew or not, Sierra Madre would be a test case for the auto dock and the innovative toxins research. I guess they're saying that maybe that crazy gas around the Sierra Madre has something to do with the Big MT's research. If there's a little door, if there's a little room off in that direction with very little in it except for some cells, then I'm going to call, we already cleared this place out and some enemies just populated so it wouldn't be empty when we came back. Yeah, see, we were already here. So, what am I looking for? I was looking for a recording. See, this is the cell that What's-Her-Face is. Then she drew a Brotherhood of Steel logo. And they are never in lockers or stuff. They're pretty much always located just out where you can find them. Am I sure there's a quest in here? Okay, there's something up in the corner, probably upstairs. Whether it was there before or not, I couldn't tell you. But in the corner over here, there should be another audio recording. Unless it's some shit where it's on the roof. Oh, it says it's right here. They've pulled this nonsense a few times on me where it's just outside of the building. Let's look and see if it's that, because this really doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Me being in here again. So maybe if we go outside of the building and then do the local map, it will become apparent what's going on. No. Well, I guess I'll scout around, but it really looks like it should be in this building. I guess I can try to find a way to get... wander around over here and... That pretty much is dead center in the middle of this icon, so either it's on the roof again, and there doesn't appear to be a way to get on the roof of this place, or it's in there and I'm just missing it. Alright, back inside we go. Oh, you know what? There's multiple floors. I mean, what am I doing? It's on the bottom floor in that corner. I crawled all the way up top without even thinking. Oh well. I'd rather it be something simple and easy that I feel silly about, but then can fix, than spend the next 10 videos trying to figure that shit out. Well, I wouldn't spend 10 videos, but you know what I mean. Was this here before? Maybe. I don't know. But we got implant C13. Okay. I will take your word for it that that's useful to me, game. Empty bottle? Alright. Oh yeah, I picked up some Sunset Sarsaparilla that was full with the intention of selling it and then forgot all about it. Go on. The Crotalus DNA Preservation Lab. Now this one I do not believe we cleared out, so we might have a little fighting to do in here. And if you wander around and just freestyle explore and clear these places out, by the time you start doing this quest, there won't be very much for you to do. It's almost time to end the video. I probably should have ended it before going in, but whatever. That's an interesting effect the beam has. Yikes. You fire the damn gun again? Jeez. So I didn't happen to notice if if the ammo had gone up. I was checking periodically. It didn't look like it had increased. I do not like this enemy type. It really doesn't seem to slow down too much from you destroying its legs either. I mean, sure, you're only destroying 2 of its 4 legs, but I would expect a little bit more impact from that. Stim packs, please. Thank you. Well, anyway, we've certainly determined what our enemy type is going to be down here. This gun seems to be working against them reasonably well. I'll stick with it for now. These guys do tend to be stealthy. They lay eggs because they're part snake. Throwing axe. Is that another egg clutch? What is that? It's a duffel bag. Wow. 3 different magazines. They are not considered as precious a commodity at this stage in the game, I guess, as they were at some other points. I'm just thinking back to earlier in the game where we found some Night Stalker eggs and suddenly Night Stalkers spawned that clearly hadn't been around before. This doesn't seem to be working that way. This place being full of Night Stalkers and all, I think we're just going to find the treasure we came for and then get out as opposed to attempting a full clear. That may or may not mean save us some time. You know, it depends on how early in clearing the place it is before we find what we were looking for. It's a lobotomite mask, but there's not enough lobotomite for it to actually count as a corpse. There's a duffel bag with a single cup in it. Now, if I really wanted to do this fast, I would just actually... Shadis, you are like, what the hell's going on with you? You were not affected at all by my attack. I just completely missed you. You are unique, and I'm not excited about that, even a little. Although it actually is going fairly well. This is a good weapon to be using against this enemy, I think. Shadis is training to be a Shade-Eye. Sorry, I watched the new Star Wars film, even though it was partially spoiled by some jackass on frickin' Wii U of all places. But it put me on a bit of a Star Wars kick, so I recently went back and watched all the Star Wars movies with riff tracks. So yeah, Liam's training to be a Shade-Eye. That's going to be it for this episode, folks. When we come back, we're going to clear this place out and hopefully do more questing on the Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.